The dark art of mental freedom. Machiavelli's secret to mind mastery. Ever notice how some people remain unshakable no matter what life throws at them? They don't break under pressure. They don't spiral into anxiety over things they can't control. They don't lose sleep over other people's opinions. So what makes them different? What secret do they possess that you don't? I'm about to reveal something that's going to fundamentally change how you see reality. The reason these people have mental freedom isn't because they're luckier, smarter, or more privileged than you. It's because they understand one ancient principle that modern society has completely forgotten. A principle so profound, yet so simple that once you grasp it, you'll never be a prisoner of your own mind again. You check your phone and feel anxious because someone didn't text you back. You lie awake at night replaying conversations, wondering what people think about you. You feel stressed about things that happened years ago or might happen years from now. You know what you're really doing? You're living in a mental prison of your own making. But here's what's going to shock you. The people who never deal with this mental chaos aren't avoiding it by luck. They're using a dark secret about consciousness that the ancient Stoics discovered over 2,000 years ago. A secret that separates the mentally free from the mentally enslaved. What if I told you that your thoughts aren't actually you? That every emotion you think is real is actually just a story your mind is telling you? That the suffering you experience daily isn't caused by what happens to you, but by how you interpret what happens to you. This isn't New Age nonsense. This is ancient philosophy backed by modern neuroscience that works every single time. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some people remain calm in chaos, while others crumble. Why some people control their minds, while others are controlled by them. Most importantly, how to become the master of your own consciousness, instead of its slave. Are you ready to stop being a victim of your own thoughts, and start being their commander? Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. Mind over matter. Number 1. The illusion of mental control. Every single person who's ever had a panic attack, suffered from anxiety, or felt overwhelmed by their emotions has fallen for the same lie. The lie that their thoughts are reality. The lie that their feelings are facts. The lie that they are their mind. When was the last time you questioned whether that anxious thought was actually true? Never. Because we've been conditioned to believe that whatever pops into our heads must be important, must be real, must be us. What happens when you believe every thought that enters your mind? You react to imaginary threats. You suffer over scenarios that exist only in your head. You give power to thoughts that have no more reality than a movie playing on a screen. The ancient Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, who was literally a slave before becoming one of history's greatest teachers, understood something profound. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. But here's where it gets dark. Your mind doesn't want you to know this. Your mind wants to convince you that every thought, every emotion, every mental story is absolutely critical to your survival. Why? Because the mind's job is to keep you alive, not to keep you happy. And a mind that you don't pay attention to is a mind that can't control you. Look at people who have mental freedom. Your calmest friend, that person who seems unflappable, that individual who never seems stressed despite facing the same challenges as everyone else. What do they all have in common? They don't believe everything they think. They've learned to observe their thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. They watch their emotions like weather patterns that come and go. They understand that consciousness is like space, and thoughts are just temporary visitors in that space. Meanwhile, people who suffer mentally are completely identified with their thoughts. They don't have anxiety, they are anxiety. They don't feel sad, they are sad. They don't experience anger, they are anger. They've confused the temporary mental events with their permanent identity. This identification is what keeps millions of people trapped in mental prisons. They think that controlling their thoughts means fighting them, suppressing them, or trying to think positive. But all of these approaches still operate from the fundamental error, believing that thoughts are real and important. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the ancient world, wrote in his personal diary, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The people who suffer the most are the ones who've given their thoughts the most power. They've made their mental commentary the narrator of their life story. They've let random neural firings determine their emotional state, their self-worth, and their peace of mind. But thoughts aren't reality. They're just electrical impulses in your brain. They know more you than the sounds coming from your neighbor's house are. You, the mind, produces thoughts the same way the stomach produces acid automatically, constantly, and without your permission. This is the first dark truth about mental freedom. You are not your thoughts. You are the space in which thoughts appear and disappear. And once you really understand this, everything changes. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am not my thoughts.
you.